Hi, I thought I would share with you a card made with a single die set. Those are always great. And this is the set from our necessities. We have the Proud Peacock. And I'm just going to be using the feather here in the corner and the sentiment from the set. Okay, so I'm going to start right out, and I've cut a bunch of these feathers. In fact, there are I think there's 9 total, and I've done some inking on some of them. So what we're going to be using is Peacock Feathers, one of the Distress Oxides, Blueprint Sketch, which is that really deep blue, and Forest Moss. Okay, I've got some that are open, so I'm just going to take the lids off here. I'm going to bring in my Smoothies, and we're just going to ink the feather. So I'm going to start with the green towards the bottom, the Forest Moss, and just ink them all. We'll do it kind of as a like a assembly line sort of a thing. There we go. Just on the bottom. You can see I'm not being really particularly careful about where I ink them or whatnot. So just towards the bottom. Then I'm going to use the Peacock Feathers, which I think is very appropriate for the peacock feather, in the middle. There we go. It's just beautiful, isn't it? And like that. Now these will sort of soak into the card, and they'll dry a tiny bit lighter than they are. So some of the ones I've done previously will be a tad bit lighter than this, but they'll all even out. And then the Blueprint Sketch, which is just the most glorious kind of a just deep royal blue here. I'm going to put that onto the tip. There we go. Just kind of even blend it a little bit into that peacock feather color. There we go. And this last one. So you can see how quick and easy you can do a whole bunch of these all together. Let me pop these to the side, and a grime boss just to tidy up my finger and move these out of the way. Since I'm going to be using some white card, I'll clean up so we don't contaminate. There we go. And a bit of kitchen roll just to dry everything off. Okay, so the next thing, I've got a piece of coconut white card, and I'll give you a quick measurement. Let me just grab this. I've cut it to 6 1/3 by not quite 5 1/4, and I've covered it with a sticky adhesive sheet. So I'm just going to peel that off, expose the adhesive. Okay, I'm going to lay that down. So now what I want to do here is I'm going to lay the feathers down along here, and I'm going to start, I'll tell you what, let's just start with the edge here. And I'm just going to sort of, just a tiny bit off the edge here. I'll trim that one. Keep that tip right to the top there. And you can even use this to sort of pop it down into place because it's got a waxy side on it. And I'm just going to go across here and lay them so they're sort of lined up with each other. And there we go. Got a little bit of stuff on there. Let's see if I can cover that. There we go. Another one. And this one will go off the page a little bit. About like that. There we go. We can bring in our waxy side and give them a good pop onto that sticky adhesive. And then these are going to go the other direction. So I'm just going, in fact, I'm going to do it this way. It'll be easier. I'm in between these, and I just want to go to the very tip of the card, like that. Lay them down. A little bit. Don't have to be exactly perfect. Just kind of lay them into place. There we go. And this last little guy. Bring my backing paper back over, and we're going to give everything a push into place. Make sure all those little bits are completely laying down. I think I've got them all. Now I'm going to bring my scissors over. You can do it in a paper cutter if you prefer, and turn it upside down and just trim along the edge of the card. And this side and that side. There we go. Tidy those away. And I'm going to bring in the Frosted Sparkle Glitterbitz, and we're going to coat the rest of that exposed adhesive so we have a nice shiny background there. Pop that on. Whatever we don't use we can put right back into our container. Give it a little burnish. Make sure we've got all the spots. Tap that. Okay, and this should go right back in to our container. Tap that off. Put our lid on. Okay, so now we've got a gorgeous background. Aren't those colors beautiful? I love that. So I've gone with white on white as my backing because I've got so much color in my feathers. I really didn't want to take away from that. I'm going to pop this onto my backing right inside of my pierced mat. Okay, and ready for our sentiment. So for the sentiment, I've just cut a rectangle shape that's large enough for my sentiment, and I've got "You Add Color to My World," and I've cut it out of like a royal blue, and I've got a black one as a shadow. So I'm going to give this a quick bit of spray. And we're going to set that onto the shadow, just slightly offset it. I'm going to walk it across, and that really makes that blue pop. Okay, and pop that onto our backing. A little more glue. There we go. I've added some mounting foam to the back of this to raise it up, but because I've got all that glitter, what I want to do is add some glue to this, and that'll help make it stick more secure. And that's going to go right across the stems in the middle there. Just like that. What a great card. Wouldn't you just love to receive something that bright and cheerful? So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. It's been a quick and easy one to do. You can repeat this without any issues, even if you're a beginner. And look for us on our other videos on our YouTube channel.